Welcome to your daily focus for April the 9th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now we have April the 9th. So the 9 energy is the Hermit. And if you notice, April has a pattern, so tomorrow we'll be experiencing even more of the 9 energy, because it'll show up in the numerology as well. We'll get to that maybe tomorrow, but know that this energy is here, and it's not just for the day, but it transcends into tomorrow too. So the Hermit is one who, I see going off into a desert, into the cave, and going into quiet contemplation and really thinking about where they are at in life, maybe what has gotten them there, but more importantly, how to go forward, what path to follow. So we're really being asked to look within, that we won't find the answers in the external world, but we will find them within ourselves. So the more that we can go within ourselves today, the better chances of success, of really having the clarity, the understanding that we need in order to venture on our paths. If we have the numerology up for the day, it's the 17th, and that is making the impossible possible. The 17 is such joyous energy, especially after we've gone through, the devil and the Tower card and death and temperance, and and now we come to the star card energy of the 17. And the 17 energy tells you that the clarity can come in, the understanding can come in, the way we need to go forward could come in. So we could be investigating today. We could be, investigating, researching, educating ourselves in some way, having those conversations that will shed light on a subject or an area that you need more clarification and understanding in order to make some decisions about your forward movement. And if you go 1 plus 7, it's an 8, and the 8 energy was yesterday's energy, right? So there's that pattern. We had the 8 energy because it was the 8th yesterday. Now the numerology of the day for the next day is the 8, and that will happen again for the 9th and the 10th and the 11th and so on and so forth. So I haven't looked at the whole month, but it seems to be a pattern that is evolving throughout the month of April. So it's about walking with integrity. It's about, walking with integrity, your courage, your strength, and also there needs to be some kind of action. We need to physically do something to enable this path to really open up to us, to bring us in the clarity or the understanding, the information we need in order to go forward. Now we have the sun in Aries. The moon, I believe, is in Scorpio for the day. So the Scorpio energy will ask us to dig deep. And the Aries energy is that trailblazer, that pioneer, that self-image of who we want to be, who we want to become. We want new opportunities, new directions, new ways to go. Remember we got the, the Knight of Swords, right? We just want to raise our sword and yell charge with the Aries energy. But Scorpio asks us to, and it could be a lot of emotion attached to today, because Scorpio is attached to our emotions. The mystic, the black and white, the searching for truth. So let's see what the cards have to say. They're falling all over the place. How many cards is that? Oh, that's way too many. Okay. So up to 3. I'd turn them over and see what they picked for us today, but it was way more than 3. Okay, look at the 7 of Wands. It's our voice. It's what we are saying of where we want to go, who we want to become. We're standing in our truth here. We're looking at maybe our path that we have walked to this point and saying, this is no longer for me. This is where I want to go. This is where I want to expand. This is who I want to become. This is the life I want to step into. When all this is over and the dust has settled, this is the path that I want to begin. So there's a strength in us today. There's a determination in us today. Be a little careful, though, with the present state of the planet, we may say, I'm going out and that's all there is to it and nobody can stop me and I've had enough of this confinement and I'm not doing it anymore. And then, yes, if I want to stand 3 feet from you, I will. And those are probably not really good choices or good stances to make. So make sure that you are being grounded, that you are thinking things through, that it really is for your greater good. These decisions that you are making, these plans you are making, these actions that you are taking, these words you are saying. Really understand if it's a true reflection of who you want to be going forward or if it's a lapse in judgment. That could happen too. So, with this energy. We have the King of Cups. King of Cups is, dear old dad saying, are you prepared? Who are you meeting up with tonight? How late you going to be out? Where are you staying? Are they good to you? What do their parents do? Are you happy? Do you have enough money? So this is telling us that the more structured our strategy, our plan is, the better off we will be, the easier the successes will come in. So we'll go back to the Hermit energy of today, of really taking a look at where we are at, where we do want to go, what we do need to let go of in our lives. Remember, we're in full moon energy, so it's a beautiful time to release, let go, complete, and heal from. And we have the King of Wands, so 2 kings on the table, huh? So we will have good judgment today. There will be a strength in our thought process. Now, the King of Wands is, I like him because he's fun. When he finally gets everything together and he knows the next step he's taking, everybody wants to be on board. Everybody wants to be a part of that energy. So he's, the king that people feel comfortable with. He's relatable. He's, so we can be all these things today. He's inventive. He's creative. He thinks outside the box. He likes taking the educated risk. And of all the kings, he might take a least educated move once in a while. But he gets all the information he needs before he makes those decisions, before he puts the plan together. And there is an ease to his authority. So, I don't think with the Scorpio energy we'll be prone to compromise, but we'll be looking at what we can create, what we can invent. There could be a positive swing to today. There could be a positive vibration to you today. So reach out to other people. Have those conversations. Get that information. Think outside the box. I mean, this is the star card. I mean, if there's a king in the deck that can make the impossible possible, it would be the King of Wands. He's action. He's doing. He's joyous about it. He celebrates it. It's not work to him. It's not a burden to him. In fact, it's what motivates him and energizes him each and every day. So don't take your responsibilities and obligations that you have at the present time as a burden, but try and swing them around too. You get to do it. I'm one of those frontline workers, and I tell you, it's good to be able to get out every day and be able to get in my car and have a purpose of somewhere to go and a routine still in place. And yes, there's a lot of downside to that, but there's a lot of upside to that. A while ago, I shared a story, I think just on Patreon, but it was a post of this beautiful woman that I know, and she's in her 80s, and so I think it was her granddaughter or daughter maybe, she was walking and she had fallen and she had broken her arm. So she was very, thank God for breaking my arm. And she'd be saying these prayers over and over again, thanking him, giving gratitude for breaking her arm. And the granddaughter just finally said, Grandma, stop it. Like, do you hear yourself? It doesn't even make sense. And she says, no. She says, when I fell, I'm like in my 80s. So when I fell, I said I could have broken my leg, my hip, my back. I could have scarred my face. I could have broken my jaw. There are so many things that could have happened to me that didn't happen to me by the grace. And she said then, she was supposed to go on a flight. Instead, she was in surgery. But when she actually went on that little jaunt that she was planning on going on in the first place, she says it was even more marvelous because here she was with a cast and people were waiting on her hand and foot. So she really enjoyed the experience. So, a lot of times it's how we're looking at it, how we are looking at the positive. Turn off the news once in a while. Stop watching the stats, okay? They're out of your personal control. There's nothing you can do about them. So don't allow it to eat away at you. Don't invite in that kind of energy. Sometimes it seeps through anyways, absolutely. And yes, a little bit of fear and a little bit of anxiety is good for us because it does keep us safe. It keeps us doing the right thing. But don't let it take on a life of its own, a presence of its own within your life. Look at where you can go, what you can do, who you can become. This is the greatest pause we'll ever get in our lives to actually think through what path we truly want to go. And yes, it may look like many doors have slammed shut behind you. We're in full moon energy, so it's a beautiful time to address because that door closed, what opens up for me? What can I open up for me? We will get our beautiful cards, our mystical wisdom cards that were gifted to me. I just love this deck. I hope you do too. And today we have, what do we have there? Angel of Miracles. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Open your heart and expect a miracle. Believe in magic. Believe in miracles. Miracles happen each and every day. Small, little, tiny ones, big, huge, ginormous ones. But miracles happen every single day in our lives. So open up to receiving. Open up to noticing them. Open up to the abundance of the miracles that happen in the shadows of your life that you're not aware of, that you're not seeing, you're not reflecting on. You're not giving up thanks for. When I'm going to a busy place or something, not in a long time, but a busy place and I'm worried about parking, I ask for the parking spot I want. And it's usually there. Or if I'm going through traffic, I draw a circle around myself. My kids get a little freaked out. Well, they're not kids. They're all in their mid-20s. But they get freaked out because even in traffic jams, there was a great distance between me and any other car. They create a bubble of protection around me if I ask. Green lights. If I ask, they tend to be green. So what are you asking for to be the small miracle in your life? Or what are you asking for that needs to be the great miracle in your life? And if you don't have anything that you really want, or then give healing to the world right now and ask for that miracle to happen. So let's go to Angel of Miracles. And you guys proved the power of prayer. Not that I didn't believe prior to, but, my mom is, and you know what the seniors' homes is doing now? They've opened up a Facebook thing where I can talk to my mom on a big screen so she'll see me and stuff. So how cool is that? Because the seniors are getting lonely. I mean, if you don't know who to phone or anything, then just phone a senior's home and say, hey, is there anybody who hasn't got a phone call today? I'll talk to them for 10 or 15 minutes. That person will carry the energy of happiness with them throughout the entire rest of their day, maybe into the next day. Their dreams will be maybe filled with laughter and happiness instead of sorrow and tears. So look at how you can make a difference. Most times it makes a bigger impact on you than it did on that person. Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms. A bird, a butterfly, an animal are the brightest and only flower in blossom. When those synchronicities and miracles start to happen in your life, you know that the angels are with you. The angels also assist you and guide you during life changes or challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible. Once again, making the impossible possible. Anything is possible with angels, so you can expect a positive outcome knowing the angels have heard your prayers. And the mantra of today is, everybody got their little sticky note to write on? I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. There you go. Put it on your fridge, put it on your mirror. I believe in miracles. Write it on your arm, on your wrist so you see it. I believe in miracles. And trust me, if you don't believe, you'll never see. We'll get an animal card. Take a chance. You know that song that's sung by ABBA starts playing instantly in my head. Take a chance. Take a chance on me. Well, sing it to yourself, okay? But please, take a chance. Take a risk. Explore. Explore a path that normally you wouldn't have ever explored, even though there's always been a want or a pull towards it. See where it leads you. Freedom, chance, fear, and passion. Life itself. My goodness, there we go. No, that's not good either. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life gives you time and space, and it's up to you to fill it. Remember, I said with the 8 energy that we have to have that action. So how are we filling up our time, our energy, our space? If you've chosen Sea Star, it's time for you to take a chance, a leap of faith. Even you've been lacking in energy and perhaps motivation, and it could be out of fear. It could be that you were caught up with a bit of laziness. It could be that you have beached yourself. It can be quite scary to change, and although you may feel stuck, you're never truly stuck. You have free will to change your course of where you want your life to go. Free yourself from the past and allow yourself to feel again. You might have been stuck in a dead-end job. Look for one in a different field that feeds your passion. You might be eyeing the cute girl at the coffee shop or looking at the cute boy who changed your oil, or it could be the cute boy at the coffee shop and the cute girl that changed your oil. Ask him or her out. When you begin to take a chance on yourself, on one thing, you will find it easier and easier to continue doing that in every part of your life. And that only draws you closer and closer to your ultimate success. And you simply won't know unless you take a chance. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you. Stay safe.